So, hello everybody, Lilah Jones. I'm a Chicagoan. Very proud of that. Been in Chicago for about 20 years, I'm happy to say. And I'm also the proud mother of two. Recently got married back in December, which was great in Puerto Rico. Awesome. And most recently, my 92-year-old mother came to live with us. And that's important because that's really kind of the background of why we were looking for a home. It took us a while to close. It wasn't on our side, but it was on the owners of the house. They needed extra time for something. And so I had plenty of time to be like, what are the steps? What should I expect? Where are the instructions? And I remember reaching out to the title company saying, where are the instructions? What I wished would have happened is that they said to me, don't look for instructions via email, just call us. That would have been wonderful. We'll talk more about that later. So, I'm sending a couple different emails saying, hey, what are the instructions? Where do I send the information? Like, oh, we're going to send you a PDF and it's going to have a security code on it and you're going to put in this number and that's going to work for you. And so I got that. It didn't work and we're kind of back and forth, back and forth. And then I forgot about it because we still had time. Now, fast forward to the week that we're supposed to close. I'll never, ever forget this. So Monday, I think we were closing on a Thursday. So Tuesday, actually, I was like, okay, it's 24 hours before. Monday, actually, was 72 hours before. And I said, okay, what should I do? So I sent another email saying, hey, I still don't have this information. We're closing this week. I want to be super proactive. Where's the information? And that's where things went wonky. When I sent that email to the person who I'd been talking to all along, I got a response from someone else. I didn't realize it at the time, who was like, oh, you're having problems? No problem. Here's the information here in the email, which made sense to me. That made sense to me. There was nothing that would make me think that that wouldn't be the case. And so I went to the bank, did the wire, everything was wonderful. I signed my new offer letter on my new job because I was interviewing during that time and they actually finally got to the offer letter. So on Tuesday, I signed the offer letter for my new job. And on Thursday, we were going to go and close, only to get there and find out that after sitting there for an hour going through all this stuff and they said, where's the money? I'm like, hey, we sent it a couple days ago. It wasn't there. And that's when things got really, really interesting because I was like, what? Like, where is it? And they were like, oh yeah, let's see the email that you got. And I showed them the email, like, oh yeah, that's spoofed, which they figured out in 2 seconds. We never sent that. That person didn't send that email. We don't know where your money is. Here's some instructions on what to do. And they gave me a pre-printed form, strangely, and said, kind of good luck. So now think about this now. It's like Thursday at 5:30. I've got everybody calling my phone saying, hey, is it done? Are we moving? Da-da-da. Kids are excited, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, where's my money? What happened to my money? How am I going to get this money back? So I think I found your organization before we rewired the money. I found your organization 2 days later, just going through, online, looking at different reviews. And I found I think I found your phone number and called you. And I think you were in Florida. I don't know. And I was like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I need help with. And you were like, oh, I'm sorry that happened. Here's what we can help you do. And I'll never forget, that was Friday. So the initial kind of close that didn't happen was on Thursday. I think I found your organization on Friday. And by Friday, end of day, your team had helped me find resources that were like, hey, the money is still there. It's, locked. It's going to take a while, but here's the steps you need to take. And that gave me so much confidence because I was just like, oh my goodness, thinking, oh my goodness, at least I know something's going to happen. At least I know something's going to happen. And so, yeah, that's the story. It took about, I can't recall the exact dates, but I want to say it took about we moved into the house and we're unpacking and I got the call that the money was there at Chase and that they were going to send it back. So it must have been the middle of June when we actually got the money back. So it worked out.